Hello and welcome to another edition of Chair Yoga with the Mayor's Wellness Campaign. Once again, my name is Christina Chismar. I am a certified yoga instructor as well as the recreation admin assistant for the borough. So today we're going to be working a little more with twisting. Twisting is great for just helping lubricate your spine, detoxing your body. Plenty of great things that come along with twisting. So we will just be doing a few of them today, nothing too intense. Once again, please make sure that before you begin any exercise regime to speak it to your healthcare provider. If anything doesn't feel right, stop it. It's just yoga, it's not a contest. Just do whatever feels good to you. So we'll start with a quick little warm-up. Once again, don't forget you have your water handy. I like to do this shoeless, but whatever feels comfortable to you, making sure that you are in comfortable clothing. So just starting to relax, come into your breath, come into this moment. Eyes closed if you like, hands on your thighs, palms up for receiving energy, palms down for grounding. Remembering that as we are doing this as a falls prevention maintenance, especially for our seniors, to make sure that you are not having your legs close together. We're training our body to keep them a little separate to make sure that the base of our stance, we have more room to prevent falling. So once again, eyes closed. If you'd like to take this relaxing for now, you can lean against the chair. Otherwise, keeping it active, nice straight spine. And taking a nice deep breath in, letting your belly out. Exhaling, getting all that oxygen out of your lungs. Of course, two options here. You can relax your jaw, dropping your tongue to the bottom of your mouth. Or if you want, you can stick your tongue to the roof of your mouth, coming into your Ujjayi, your ocean breath, Darth Vader breath. And keeping your eyes closed if you like. Since we are going to be working with twisting, I want to make sure we have our sides warmed up a little bit. So we'll start with just doing a little seated crescent pose. So taking your right hand, dropping it down your chair, lifting your left arm up to the sky. Maybe reaching up and looking underneath your armpit, reaching over to wherever feels good. If you start coming off of your chair, scale it back. You want to be working your torso, working your side body. Don't forget to take your breathing in and out. Holding your breath does not benefit anybody. It just makes you dizzy. When my sister and I were growing up, you could always tell who was doing more work based on whose face was most red. So you wouldn't breathe. Never a good sign. This is an aerobic exercise, not anaerobics. And switching, left arm drops down, right arm overhead. And once again, just finding that happy place, wherever it may be. Maybe looking under this armpit, noticing the difference between sides. One side might feel more loosey-goosey, the other side might feel more stiff. All depends on you. Back up to center. Taking your arms out to the side, turning to your right like a little airplane. Exhaling back to center. Inhaling to the left. Exhaling through. Inhaling to the right. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last round. Inhale. Exhaling. Inhale. Put your hands on your thighs or on the chair, depending on how you're feeling. Just once again, warming up your spine, coming into doing a few cat-cows, a big inhale, making that big belly, rolling those shoulders into your back. Exhale, spine rolls back. Try to get that belly button to your spine. Angry cat. Inhaling back to your cow pose, dropping your belly, pressing it forward. If we were doing it tabletop, we'd be dropping your belly. Exhale, roll it to the cat. Last one, inhaling cow. Exhaling to your cat. Taking your right leg out in front of you, left leg gets pulled up, wherever feels good. If you want to, you can also put it onto your chair. Completely up to you, just squeezing in your foot at first, keeping your right foot planted to the ground if you'd like. If you feel like you want to lift it, listen to your body. Just all depends on you. We're going to ease our way into this. So holding your leg here, getting comfortable here. And then if it feels good, taking your right hand to the outside of your left thigh, start twisting over to your left, taking your hand behind you if you'd like. Just finding wherever it feels good. If this is too much, this is perfect. Just lifting your leg up, that's enough. Outside of that, if you can turn your torso into your left leg, that always helps out. Any kind of twisting. Maybe looking over your shoulder, or just staying looking to your left, all up to you. Just taking whatever variation feels right. Letting it go, dropping left leg down. Right leg comes up, once again, holding it onto the chair. Staying here if you like, lifting your leg up, depending all on you, all on your body, listening to yourself. I always say yoga is about relearning your body, turning your mind off enough to focus on yourself. It's your own self-care time. So nice inhaling. Exhale once again, left arm outside of the right thigh, twisting it, finding wherever feels good. If going to the thigh is too much, you can always do the calf. Just finding whatever feels right. Looking over your right side. Maybe looking over your your right shoulder. Just holding it here, finding that happy place. Or you can always also hug your leg in. Find whatever variation. The point is that you're twisting and you're not slouched. Slouching while twisting, it's like breaking plastic. You don't lose the integrity of it. Holding your back nice and straight. Outside of that, all of this is just the extra stuff. Straight backs are essential for twisting. Dropping that leg down, coming all the way back to center. Doing that one more time, this time with the legs seated down. Remembering what one of my favorite teachers has always told me, when you twist, you take a nice big inhale. And when you exhale, you're twisting from your belly. Now that you don't have your leg here, paying more attention to yourself, because you have the ability to have your leg in front of you to use as a little prop. So on a nice inhale, exhale, start twisting from your belly. Next to go is your chest and your diaphragm. Last to go is your head as you face over to the left side. Try to keep your knees even, noticing that they do go uneven. So once again, just making sure that your knees are a little bit about hip width apart or just a few inches apart. Maybe taking your left hand and hooking it behind your right arm or the chair. You can turn it so you get to see a little better. Just finding wherever feels good. If you can look over your shoulder, take another inhale. Exhale, then let it all out. Once again, noticing that my back is as straight as I can make it. If you start really trying to pull yourself, you're just going to hurt. Don't. Twisting is a gradual process. The more you open up, the more your body can twist itself. So just finding your happy medium. Coming back through center, getting ready to do it on the right side. Once again, nice big inhale. Exhale, start turning from the bottom. Working your way up, hooking your arm if it feels good. Doing just once again, whatever feels nice. Finding wherever makes your back even. If you start reaching and slouching, so once again, thinking of that plastic, when you get that white piece on the plastic, from just constant wear and tear, we don't want that. We want to be nice, strong pieces of wood or metal or whatever you want to think of. Holding on to this as loose as you like or as tight as you like. I like to have it a little loose. We'll do a little tighter stuff in a little bit. Just once again, just keeping that spine as straight as you can. And releasing it, coming back to center. Going into the back of the chair. We've done this in other classes before. It's one of my favorite twists. It's a nice, easy twist. We'll do one that's a little more intense in a moment, which is twisted chair. Ha ha ha. Yes. So finding what feels good. If you notice when you were seated that your knees were going funky, I like to bring mine closer to the chair. Once again, finding wherever your happy spot is. So taking a nice big inhale. Exhale, start twisting from your belly, pressing all that air out. Just think of it as wringing out a towel. And when you get to where it feels good, taking your hands to the back of the chair, really using these as nice, strong pieces of wood. Imagining your arms are like pieces of wood. Looking over your right shoulder, just feeling that twist, feeling the difference. Now, once again, you have something to hold you here. A little bit more intense. At least I think it's a little more intense. You tell me. And bringing it back out. Coming through center as we switch our sides over. Finding, once again, whatever feels right. I like this position only because it helps keep my knees a little more even. Normally, it's like you're just sitting and it makes it more of a conscious stretch. It makes it show that you're more working from your torso as opposed to your hips. So once again, finding your happy place with your knees, inhaling. Exhale, start turning towards the back of the chair, using your arms to press you there. Once again, noticing if I'm not even versus if I'm even. Finding their spot. It helps having a mirror. In my case, I get to look at myself in the screen of the computer, so hello. I don't know how I put up with me sometimes. Just twist it over, wring out all that stuff that's inside of you. It's good detox for your body as well as a detox for your mind. Closing it back over. Bring your plank chair back over to meet you guys. And we will be getting into a chair pose. So chair pose, besides just sitting here, in traditional yoga, chair pose is sitting back. They also call this fierce pose. I was joking to one of my friends the other day that this is called fierce pose because people get very angry in it. So it's kind of like when we do our squats, we're lowering ourselves down. But you're staying seated on the chair, so you want lowering yourself down if you went with me to try out a traditional chair. The seated chair, or you're twisting in chair, so it's the same kind of concept. So in standing up, when you're doing a twisted chair, your hands come to your heart center. Nice, strong, strong arms. As you drop yourself down, you're trying to hook your elbow. Keeping your legs together. But as we are staying seated, I keep my knees a little bit farther apart. If you want to bring your knees together, go for it. Once again, it's all about the integrity of your spine, keeping it as straight as possible, paying attention to your knees. If they splay a little bit, don't stress. Your body just might have the anatomy that it does that. So don't do it to the point where you feel like you're getting hurt. This stretch, twisted chair, is a very intense stretch. So bring your arms to heart center, hands to heart center. Take a nice big inhale. And we'll start going to our right. So nice inhale, exhale, start twisting. If this is good, awesome. You want to take it deeper, hook. And then looking over your right shoulder, up at the ceiling, feeling it in your belly. And then if this is good and you want to take it a little farther, you can always spread your wings out. Once again, it is an intense stretch. And stay here as long as you'd like. If you want to, you can always hook your elbow in more. Just having it on the outside, I just like how it feels, how I really get that wringing out feeling. But if you rather have it in between your legs, great modification. Once again, as long as you're keeping your spine as straight as you can. Lifting yourself up, coming back to center. Setting up for the left side. So once again, arms are nice and strong arms. Inhaling, big belly. Exhale, start turning. This is it. Awesome. Otherwise, hook. And stretching out if it feels good. Closing it off. Once again, if you wanted to, you could always hook it in the middle. Spine stays nice and straight. Lifting yourself up, coming back to center. Do one more seat and we'll play a little bit with standing. So, one of my other favorite stretches that we do in class, taking your hand, whichever hand, I'm going to start with my right hand, sticking it in the middle of your chair on the seat, taking a nice big inhale. Exhale, start twisting again to, in this case, my right side. Taking my left hand to the outside of my right thigh. Just enjoying the twist. If you want, if this feels good and you feel like you can go farther, you can always move your hand to the outside of your chair. So once again, finding what feels good. You might feel like your spine is opening itself up enough that you can turn. But noticing that you're turning from your torso. You're not turning from your knees. You're keeping your integrity, keeping your sits bones seated. And releasing, closing it off. I will stay facing this way just so you can see the opposite way of how it looks. So taking another inhale, taking the left hand this time, placing it underneath the chair. Which once again, if you want to, go put it up here. But I've noticed that when it comes to here, let's go like that. You want your arm up high, like that. Drop your shoulder. This also works to help with working into your shoulder blades. But if you'd rather, you can always start there. So once again, dropping that shoulder, keeping that arm up, you start losing the integrity of the spine. By rolling it in, your tricep is actually helping protect your spine by giving it a little more support. Onto the other side. Starting with the left hand, sticking it in the middle of the chair for now. Inhale. Exhale. Right hand goes to the outside of the left thigh. Letting the twist happen. Once again, if it goes too much, you can always grab to the outside. But if it starts to hurt, pull out. It's okay. The fact that you're just turning your body really helps. Keeping those knees as straight as you can. Releasing it whenever you're ready. And if you did the shoulder on the one side, I recommend doing it on the other side. So just taking that left hand, dropping your shoulder back on the exhale. Noticing how I'm protecting my spine. Nice straight spines. And letting it go. Standing up for the moment. And my chair behind me, so it's going to always have this angle. So we're going to do two variations of this. I'm going to do one on the chair, you'll see in a second, and then one off the chair, just so you can judge your level. So we'll start with the left leg and putting my left leg onto my chair, creating right angles. See? Finding whatever feels good. Don't push yourself out too far, because you're not, what are you doing? You're not doing yourself any favors. Pulling yourself in to wherever feels good. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, start twisting towards your leg. So in this case, I'm twisting to my left to hook or grab my chair. Maybe taking your arm behind you. Maybe just taking it out to the side. Once again, finding what feels good. Looking over your left shoulder. Dropping it down, opposite side, so you can see the other angle. So in this case, right arm, right leg goes up, finding that happy place, finding that figure here, 90 degrees again. And once again, nice big inhale. Exhale, start turning to your right, maybe taking your left hand to your chair, spreading out, hooking. Whatever feels good. Doing this, anything that clicks your arm and crosses it behind you, it's a bind. It's a more of an advanced type of a pose by doing that because you're losing an arm. It's actually kind of interesting to see how it feels having an arm behind you versus out to the side. Just don't lose your integrity. Just because it looks really cool doesn't necessarily mean you need to do it. Just follow whatever your body tells you to do. And then let it go. Let it go. Sorry, I'm a 4-year-old. We're obsessed with frozen. So once again, coming to the back of your chair, you always have your chair for support. I'm going out to the side just so you can see me. We'll do the left leg because it is closer to the chair. Lifting up. We'll start from behind actually. So pressing your leg back behind you, maybe lifting it behind you, coming into that flamingo pose that we've done before, or just lifting it behind you off the chair. And carefully bringing it back up into your front. If this is good, awesome. If you want to, grab your leg. If you want to, grab the outside. I like to grab the inside. And if you can, try turning. You don't have to turn like that, but it's just finding your happy place. I just like to have the chair bigger part. So having my leg up, turning into it, I have more real estate to work with. Flexing foot, unflexed foot. See what feels good. Feel that muscles. And lower it down. Shake it out. Switch sides. The right leg behind you. Or up, up, up. Completely up to you. Find that flamingo. Then when it's time, lifting that right leg up. Grabbing it with your left hand. And then opening up to your right side. Different feeling. See what works for you. This is balancing. So today you may have it. Tomorrow, who knows? Maybe you didn't drink enough water today and then tomorrow morning you can't get it because you're dehydrated. It's things as silly as that. Actually, it's fascinating. I didn't drink enough water yesterday. I can feel it. And lowering it on down. Whew. Done pretty much everything we need to do today. We'll give one more counter stretch just to open up your spine a little bit, and then we'll take our nap. And then we'll see each other next time. So taking your legs out a little bit, at least chair width apart, maybe a little wider, completely up to you. If this is good, stay here. If you want to bend forward, awesome. I'm going to be doing side body stuff. So taking your right hand first, dropping it down on the inside of your right leg, lifting left arm up, maybe over, maybe playing and taking the bind. I like how this feels, so I'm going to stay here. Try not to settle yourself down. Biggest thing I care about is making sure that your neck isn't crunched up. Keep it nice and long, long, beautiful necks. Up to the ceiling, test your balance. Looking down to the floor, test your grounding. Finding your happy place. And pressing yourself up, using the chair if needed. Left side, same thing as before. Finding your happy spot. Lift up. See once again? Versus here. I like how this feels as opposed to crunched in. Keeping your spine nice and straight. So you're trying to make yourself kind of like a pancake because you're trying to flatten out this side so it's more of a tabletop as opposed to a rainbow. So once again, finding your happy spot. Behind you, over you. Ah, it feels so good. Back on up. Legs together, out in front of you. Inhaling, arms up overhead. Exhale, bring it down. And lifting up as we come into our Savasana. Just lowering yourself down, letting it all go. Relax against your chair. Eyes closed if you like. And just let go of everything you've done today. Anything that didn't happen or did happen. The nice thing is you can always press play tomorrow and do this again. Just staying here as long as you'd like. taking your time, going back through, going and holding your poses as long as you'd like. Any questions, I'm always here for you. But for now, the Litany honors the Litany. Namaste.